Hello, welcome to Successful Tradings, where you will learn to trade options as a beginner. Bonjour, bienvenue sur Successful Tradings. Hello, welcome to Successful Trading, where you will learn to trade options as a beginner. Bonjour, bienvenue sur Successful Trading.
Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching from. Welcome to Successful Tradings for this pre-market analysis for Friday, October 9, 2020. I couldn't, so for those who saw, because the feed was live, I cannot help. It's been a while since we played that song, so it's always bring a smile on my face. So that's so you guys may have seen my green in there. Whoa, well, okay. I think I've done. Let me make sure that I've done all the prerequisite before we get started for this pre-market analysis. I've shared the link inside of Discord. I tweaked my configuration inside of my streaming, so meaning that the image, the screen should be bigger based on the feedback I received from Mr. Scott. Okay, and while I say that, Mr. Beto is saying that it's a happy tune. Yes, I like it, Mr. Beto. It really gets me energized. I have a personal connection, obviously. Obviously, I'm not sure if I've with the very people who are making this for me. So that's really just brings smile to my spirits at all times. Excellent. So welcome, Mr. Beto. We see Mrs. Goita from Douala. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. It is currently 5:45 a.m. Pacific time. It's pitch dark outside in the window on my left toward the Pacific Ocean. We can take a shot out to all other places where we have traders watching us from. It's currently 8:45 p.m. in Manila, 7:45 p.m. in Ho Chi Minh, 8:45 as well in Singapore City. People catching us from Riyadh, where it's currently 3:46 p.m. in the afternoon. In London, it's currently 1:46 p.m. in the afternoon. And last but not least, it is 1:46 p.m. in Douala as well. All right, folks. Glad to have you. For those who were able to make it here, a lot of moving part this morning in pre-market. So let's try to decipher all of it and to somehow get you some opportunities to make money here on Friday, because there is a way to make money on Friday, believe it or not. For we have testimonies from traders who have come here saying that typically Friday was a losing day for them, and before they knew it, they were like, Friday is the best day to trade, right? Because trading on expiration day, folks, all we have to do is pick stocks that are moving. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's simple. Yeah, it's a very simple proposition. Trading is a very simple proposition, yet it can get very, very complicated. So it's expiration day today, the second week of October. There's a lot. So I did some preparation on here. So definitely let's dive in. As hey, more people they will catch up if this is important. I always say, when as an individual, when something is important to us, we make sure that we do participate. All right. So without any further ado, let me go to the beginning part. Okay. So, maybe in the beginning part, in that case, do we switch screen? Maybe I'll flip it up then. I'll flip it up and start with, let's say, let me switch my screen on here. Okay, let's start with this one. So because it will lead us into that. Here is a chart. Wow, I like this setup. I hope that's so not the setup. I'm talking about my screen here, my layout. So, and why am I showing us a chart of NVDA? Not that NVDA has done anything, but let's scroll down here. So NVDA has a downgrade this morning. Downgrade? Well, look at all of these prices that have just been increasingly going higher and higher, where analysts have been reiterating and upgrading NVIDIA for, since August, right? So this is for the first time. New Street. I don't even, New Street compared to, let's say, the other ones on here. You have Morgan Stanley, Raymond James, RBC Capitals, Susquehanna, Wedbush, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Credit Suisse, even Goldman Sachs, please, ladies and gentlemen. So you can look, for me, it's always interesting to look at this. So between August and September, August 20th and September 2nd, Mizuho decided that, hey, this thing, they gave a guidance from a recommendation from 400 to 520. This is for yearly, folks, but they themselves here, in a matter of, let's say, August 20th, September 2nd, not even 2 weeks, they decide to change that to 575. No wonder the stock has been on just this huge, I mean, relatively speaking, compared to the dip here that March 23rd was this day here or thereabouts, right? March 19. So NVIDIA has gone from 200 to 500, almost close to 600 at the beginning of September. It's slumped a little bit like most of the rest of the market in September. My interest here, it's on NVIDIA, is twofold. And I'm going to reveal this shortly here. So first time, why am I going there? Sorry about that. We're looking at the upgrade, downgrade on here. So for me, I was doing the pre-market analysis as I showed, right? Looking at upgrade, downgrade using FinWiz and the screener. So NVIDIA come there and got my attention. So first time that it's going to be interesting that now are they reversing? Why are they reversing? That's the other thing. I'm not saying that's the case. It's because of this news, folks. AMD is said to talk to buy rival Xilinx in $30 billion deal. The direct competitor of NVIDIA, well, one of the direct competitors of NVIDIA, it's in talks to acquire a rival company which have the same type of product as NVIDIA, folks. That's what's going on. That's how the semiconductor sector is booed in this morning. So meaning definitely yes. Maybe you could tell me, yeah, well, Telex, you should have started with with the news on AMD. Granted, I give it that. But my friend, NVIDIA is a $500 over almost a $600 stock. AMD is a $80, let's say $100 stock, right? That's offering to go into a merger. The merger will cost $30 billion. For some of you who do fundamental analysis, I'm not into fundamental analysis at all. Yeah, you know that the chart price tells me anything that I need to know here. So here, if we go to the interactive chart on here this morning, so you see it's gapping down. AMD, as well, not as usual. Typically, when a company announces a merger, most of the time, the buying company, now a merger or an acquisition, rather in this case, the buying company its price always drops. Don't ask me if they're aware of that, because I think most investors, they will see that, okay, well, in order to acquire another company, you need money. And in the case of AMD, folks, if you really want to do your fundamental analysis, right, so you will have to go and take a look at, okay, where will AMD take $30 billion to finance this deal? Because until recently, you can go into 2020 here in other type of reports. In terms of net income, that has not been the strong suit for AMD. I mean, they have been progressing compared to before, but I mean, this is where they are. So imagine how many quarters it will take AMD to do that. So this morning in pre-market, this thing was as low as minus 5%. And then at some point, at the moment that the pre-market opened at 7 Eastern, that dip was bought all the way. It was down literally before I went to take my shower. Yes, I wake up, do some type of analysis, then go shower, and then come back before hosting the show. Now you know my routine. Actually, I should be writing this thing, right? I should be writing an article, how you prepare yourself. Not that this is the best way, I'm not saying, just suggesting how you can go about setting yourself up for pre-market analysis. So, wild movement coming here on AMD this morning. So meaning that anytime a stock is gapping up, folks, yeah, I mean, we can quickly, let's maybe go to switch screens here and go to inside of our Power E-Trade to see exactly that price action. Then we'll come back to the charts, just to show you what opportunities you have here. So if we do this, I'm directly looking at, yeah. All right, so here's what we have. 3.4 million shares on AMD, and it has lost $2.76, or 3.2%. I'm telling you that it was as low as, it was trading at 81 point something. So meaning that in us getting involved on here, if we go to the option chart, I mean, nope, not the chart, the option chain, Telex. Yeah, where can we possibly get involved on here? It's going to be wild, folks. Expect that you are to be ready to make money in both directions. I mean, if you're into that sort of things, yeah, if you're into those sort of things, because in pre-market, you get to see what's happened. So here, the question is going to be, are they going to buy the dip first, or are they going to slump first into continuing into this bearish direction before the buy it up? You can take advantage of that with the one strategy that we have been teaching about on here, which is against trade. So for me, from here, I mean, I really do not want to take that much risk, meaning that as the trade develops, as the day goes on, because it's going to be a long trading session, right? 3.4 million shares, folks. So somebody has to be a winner, but my belief is that both the bulls and the bears will have their moments within this trading day. So the 80 puts on here yesterday, they closed at 3.4 cents. Imagine if you were to get them. The delta is very small on them. So meaning that for us, if we had to estimate how much they could be worth on here, I think we can still get them for 10 cents. Yeah, I think sweeping on here for 10 cents, definitely it's something that's that's doable. And again, you may think that can AMD, let's keep coming back to NVIDIA, can AMD lose almost $3 and something? My friend, this is 6.5 hours of trade. Besides, you don't need to be in the money to make money. All right. So if you want the 81, may cost you, let's say, okay, so the spread is 50%. That's tells you, right? When the spread is this bad, well, that was yesterday at the close. Don't mind that. So I'm estimating this to be, you can get this for 10 cents as well. So 81 puts instead of the 80. Just somehow it's better to try to be in the money sooner. So AMD 81 puts expiring today, my friend. So because of that, we want to, let's say, take a small risk, make money on it, and parlay that money into next week. Because when some of these trades, sometimes actually personally, I do not like to get involved into a trade when a pending news or the company is trying to buy a company, because every day is just going to bring random noise, and that's literally is not my preferred way to trade a stock based on news, pending news or something like that. I do not. But hey, to each its own. So on the bull side, well, yesterday we were trading at 86. So it may, one idea will be to buy 86 call, 86 and a half or so. I mean, the direction is bearish on here. So meaning that typically in this type of trade, you go with the momentum first, though this one is tricky because trust me, there are so many things. They can buy this dip just like that in an instant. So in that case, then, if they're buying the dip, again, we don't need to be in the money to make money, right? Meaning that if we get very cheap calls here, folks, because of this slump on here, and then the stock start running up, that position can appreciate very quickly. So I'm going to say here $4, 88 calls. Nothing closer. I do not want to spend money on calls when a stock is slumping 3%. That's a no-no. So 88 calls, and again, I start putting my bid 5 cents, between 5 and 10 cents. That's it. All right. Let's take a look here. Everybody stays on that screen. I'm just checking on here if we have newcomers. No, we have 9 concurrent viewers, folks. So for those who are here, well, we have Mr. Beto as our primary resident among the usual suspect. If you have any questions, sir, I'm sure there are others, but the others, most people are in playback. So any question or any stock that you want to take a look at, that this will be the time. And then obviously, as we started, NVIDIA is a little bit more expensive stock, but I'm not sure that as of now, let's say, so this is a stock that was downgraded and is just hovering on here. So meaning I'm going to actually let theta decay dictate which data we are going to do on here. So meaning I want this thing to establish a trend because it's not gapping in either direction, right? It's flat. So meaning the cost of the option is still going to be as expensive as it was yesterday in both directions, but it has been downgraded. So, and we showed you the chart of NVIDIA, which just, can we see it here? This is NVIDIA since April, yeah. So he just said, I mean, when it was $200 to be, but it came, it recovered, V-shaped recovery like the rest of the market, but it didn't stop there. From 300, it just decided to ramp up all the way literally to 600. And now for the first time, it's having a so-called downgrade. Is that because its rival company now is trying to acquire another company? So in terms of AMD ramping competition towards NVIDIA, that will be interesting. That's what makes it interesting and exciting. Yeah. Again, top of the hour on here, it is 9 Eastern, almost, yeah, 1 minute to 9 Eastern in New York and in Montreal. You are watching live pre-market analysis on Friday, October the 9th, 2020. In terms of the market view overall, I mean, should we still be looking at the market view? We know what the market does, right? It goes up. Yeah. The market goes up. There's no two other way. So right now, SPY is printing 345. Yeah, folks, 345 on SPY. If we go back, you guys can look at we can look at it here. That's the beauty of it, Telex. 345 is not quite the 52-week high. So, hey, so on this pace now, because we showed you yesterday or on previous day on the daily chart of SPY, we are not showing the daily chart of SPY on here. This is more like the weekly. On this view that you have, there was a crossover of the EMA 8 above the EMA 20, which denotes a bullish action. So this momentum is this momentum. So the way at this pace, by the end of October, we may well put a brand new 52-week high. So just don't fight it, folks. We cannot. So we just have to trade whatever the market is offering. So QQQ is up to 283.21. So a run target price for them maybe 285. And last but not least, IWM. Yeah, have you seen IWM lately? If we bring its chart on here very quickly, IWM is ramping up. So 160, if you were wise to take the 165 calls earlier this week when we talked about, I think they're appreciating. Let's see where are they right now. We're on the put side on here. So the 165 calls for IWM on the weeklies, they're still cheap, folks. You can still get involved because as long as it's not in the money yet, you can still get involved. So yesterday they were going for 9 cents or so. So today it's gaining $1 on here. So we could expect that they can gain another 10 cents. They can double on here very quickly, but still cheap, right? The 20 cents can quickly, folks, go into 50 cents. These are opportunities to make money on a day like this. Just you have to be patient with this guy because sometimes it gaps up, then come back down a little bit before it starts the ramp up for the rest of the day. I'm going to suggest that 165 calls on here. If we can get them for less than 10 cents, fantastic. If we can get them for less than 15 cents, not so bad. At max 20 cents, no more than 20 cents. And the aim is to get a nice 100% on it or more. Yeah. The trade has been there for us. I think this is the third day we have been talking about that. All right. Let's go back to the market watch list and take a look at, in terms of volume in pre-market, and then talk about a stock that actually didn't work out for us at all this week, and then a missed opportunity. So in terms of volume here this morning, yeah, this is where we were earlier. Oh, we look to see which stock is taking the lowest amount of volume. GLW 83 cents. At least it's not LNG today. LNG today is having 1,000 shares. Oh, LNG is bullish. See, It suffices that I speak ill of a stock or anything for a couple of days. No, I did not. I did not, but that was interesting there. Yeah. So LNG now all of a sudden it's finding it with more shares on a Friday. Go figure, right? So okay, on the top here, AMD. Yeah, AMD. I mean, something it's hovering there. So could this be support? That's actually 83 something is support. Usually, yeah, it can dip, and then if we are really lucky to get that nice entry on the dip, and then it goes the other direction. That's the whole purpose behind a gangster trade. SPY volume is not that much this morning compared to usual, but it doesn't preclude it from just keeping the same momentum. The stock that has just, I mean, let's take a look at Gilead, folks. Remember on Monday, there was that jump off a little bit, and then we said, we had a timid. Yeah, we took the trade. We took a timid gangster trade. It was a loss. Let's call it a dog what it is, right? So look at again this stock now. Look at what it's doing. It's up 2% or so, and this is the chart of the last year view of this stock. I mean, okay, so deep buyers, we could say that this is a triple bottom. So meaning time to buy for this thing to go back, but how long is going to take it? Month? So in 3 months' time, could a Gilead be? But for us, we are not interested in 3 months' time. All we want is for this thing to give a direction. And obviously, it's not doing it again this morning. So the news came out that, what was the news this morning? Here's the news. So Zilling stock is soaring, obviously. Gilead is climbing. Okay, Gilead shares gain following positive data from final remdesivir. Remdesivir is that COVID-19 remedy that's the Gilead has been testing, right? So Gilead CEO, we have ample supply of remdesivir for hospitalized coronavirus patient. Okay. Gilead remdesivir shaved 5 days of COVID-19 recovery time, reduce risk of death in some. Okay. So some positive press on this stock, but my friend, this has not translated into anything substantial. I was telling the story, was it on Monday, that the last time that we made some decent money, no, it was good. It was great money on this one, was all the way in February when we were on a flight across the Atlantic. Since then, in the summertime, we have had spike here and there that definitely went to above 80 or something, but jeez, and I've been looking at pre-market. So pre-market 400,000 shares, and they did never trying to get above 65. That's so disappointing. We took the 67.5 calls. So this is a type of trade that, my friend, this type of thing, there are so many trades that we could be taking, right? So that's why I was cautious, and I warned everybody on Monday after that. So, but hey, we had to take the trade because you need to be in a trade to make it. But there are other type of trade, and one such trade. Let me switch the screen on here. That was missed. Well, it was missed. For me, it's a miss because those are my type of trade. Most of maybe of the traders on here, they may not be into those type of things. It's within the same industry. So a stock yesterday had news, and then its chart looks something like this. Folks, I give you AMGN. That gaps from 258 to 250. For the sake of me, I do not know how I missed this stock in our pre-markets analysis show, because this is my type of trade. I don't know about you, yeah? Never had to worry a single instant. Yeah. So if you were trading, you could have picked, let's say, it gap $10, almost $10. You take $10 lower. And so these went from, actually, instead of me saying that, yeah, I can look them up. I think I looked them up in pre-market. You could have gotten the 240 puts on AMGN for maybe 40 cents max, worst case scenario. No, but even cheaper before that, because here at some point here, you see, these sideways here for 45 minutes, almost an hour, made it such that at the time, the 240, they just got stuck like 28 cents. Yeah, they went to $2 at the close. Mm-hmm. Yeah, from 30 cents to $2. These are so 600%. When was this last time that we traded this thing? Yeah, we had a gangster trade on this guy a few months, was it a few weeks ago? I'd say a month. Time, the notion of time. Yeah, here it is on our chart. When was that? This was August 25th. Yeah, a month and a half ago was a gangster trade that's we got in. So why am I bringing this up now? Well, folks, let's see. Okay, so this is a stock that was downgraded today as well. Yeah, actually, let me show you all the downgrade, the screen. So again, this is how I go about it. I filter stock over 15 cents. Yeah, I do. I discriminate. I know. Bad, Telex. So I discriminate. Don't get me wrong. I discriminate against low price stock. So the downgrade this morning, AMGN is there. So you see that big candle that we did yesterday? Could that be the beginning of something? So definitely, I'm not sure, let's say, about a gangster trade on here because it's kind of flat this morning. But I mean, still, it could apply, right? After that big candle, there has to be a reaction to that. Either this thing recovers or it plunges further. So definitely another 10 points. So I'm looking for the 230 puts today. Yeah. And if not, if it actually shows a sign of recovery, then you set up a trade for next week for it to go back to 250 or 260 and above. That's how you trade it because the stock is moving. It has to show us, provide a direction. So while you guys are still looking at that screen of downgrade this morning, who else is there of interest? Marvel. Oh, NVDA is there, obviously. So both NVIDIA, American Express is there as well, but they are not moving that much, right? You see that NVIDIA for a stock that's downgraded and 87,000 shares only and minus zero, less than, is not even losing 1%. Whereas AMGN, 15,000 shares at $239. But that direction, that big candle yesterday, those are the type of trade. Those are the type of, at least my type of trade. Directional trade like that, they are easy to manage. Actually, there's nothing to manage. You just sit back, walk away from your computer, and come and collect money. I'm looking at, on my other screen, I'm looking at the 230 puts on AMGN. We don't have to rush into them. That's my whole point on here. So the 230 puts at the close yesterday, a bid of 0 and ask of 9 cents. Yeah, and it's flat this morning, meaning that we can get them for super cheap. Let me switch screens actually. Go back inside, return inside of Power E-Trade to show you that. So meaning really, these are the type, just as the chart shows yesterday. So it could take its time for the first hour, the first couple of hours, but I'm going to be keeping an eye onto this because when the trend starts like this, after you miss it the first day is okay, but it's definitely, we expect a reaction. Either the reaction is going to continue in the same direction or it's going to find buyers who will come. So this is what we are showing with you, right? So 230 puts. Why 230? Moved 10 points yesterday and we use round numbers. Okay, if you want, let's say something closer, but trying to get something cheap. Definitely 5 cents, no more 5 cents, 10 cents max. Yeah. And yeah, and definitely here, because data is going to come in, right? The fact that it moved by $1 is not so much to increase this price, yeah? But data, actually, well, let's see, what's the data on here? Let me maximize the screen and look at the data, the time decay for this one. Yeah. That data is not that much because there was nothing much left in there. But I guarantee you, for me, if this thing start going down again, I am in. And then you can be in two manners, right? In two ways. You use the October 9th, and then you can use the October 20th. So if you are using the October 20th, since we have so much time until next week, right? My friend, what strike do you think that I'm going to be using? You care to think? I'm going to be using the 200 puts. Plenty of time. That if the direction is bearish and the stock is going that way, you don't need to be in the money to make money. So very little risk, and then get involved with the 200 puts for next week. If this thing is set up after, I don't know, 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever is below VWAP posting lower lows, I'm going to be buying the 200 puts for next week. So definitely, so the points on here for me was, yeah, miss a big opportunity yesterday on AMGN, while the whole week we watched Gilead the entire week not do anything and lose money on on our gangster trade. So yeah, hence after knowing certain stock, because I had that feel. If you were with us on Monday, remember, or go back, watch that broadcast. Oh, by the way, all our pre-market analysis that automatically shared inside of our YouTube channel. Actually, let's switch screen and let's show you in this broadcast actually where you can find them, because that's a question that I get sometimes, not sometimes, I get this question repetitively. So let's go back to that screen on there. Just a quick snapshot on here. Hey, Miss Dora and Mr. B, who joined while we were on a different screen. So what were we sharing? So we shared AMD. We talked about AMD this morning. We talked about NVDA. We talked about our lousy trade on Gilead that has not panned out, and yet they're teasing us again this morning, which is just like. But the better trade yesterday was definitely AMG, and that slump. I mean, it gapped down by almost $10 and then carried on the rest of the day for this. So for us, we are waiting. We're going to be interested, scrutinizing, scheming on AMGN this morning. Should it set up exactly in this manner, we will be trading the 230 puts for today expiration, and at the same time the 200 puts for next week expiration. It's momentum play. It's the easiest thing since sliced bread. Yes, we wanted to share. This is our live recording. So when you go to Successful Trading YouTube channel, these are the live recording of our shows. I think we have had a pretty decent record. We're approaching 100 live recording. These are just the live video, folks, right? Meaning that where we take the time every morning to do a pre-market analysis, analyze trend in the markets, and give you setups and trades that help you make money. And then on the other end, the uploads, meaning videos that we make, they are here. How many of those? I don't know, for whatever reason, every single time here when you come here, you have to change number. I don't believe that is 130. I guarantee you there are more than 130 video on here. I would say it's close to 200 now. Because you see what happened here? By just moving this arrow, now it's saying 150. What's up with that? I'm not so sure why it will be doing that. 186. Okay. This is like a bidding, an auction. 186 going up, 186 going once, 186 going twice. Okay, so we have 186 uploaded videos with material to help you with your trading, and we have 94 recording. We're approaching we're fast approaching the 100 recording on that. Oh, I'm excited. And in terms of our subscribers, again, if you are new, you're catching the broadcast for the first time, please subscribe to our channel. One of the reasons, obviously, you get notification each morning about this very show. And then the other reason, the other incentive, if you will, we have started in September to take the names of all the subscribers to our channel, and we will randomly draw one of you and give you access to a full month of trading with Successful Tradings, meaning gives you access to our Discord, to our alerts, to our coaching, one-on-one coaching session. All of that to show you our appreciation for being with us. All right. Wow, 9:17 Eastern Time, 12 minutes before the market open. Any question, folks, before we depart this morning? A very small audience this morning, at least on the live shows. But hey, those who are here, hopefully you made something out of this. Any question before we depart? Let's see. I can while we're waiting there, if there's any question, let me take a look at. So we had a setup yesterday on a lotto. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The lotto that we had yesterday, we took a strangle. Yeah, it wasn't straddle. It was a strangle, right? I believe so. The bullish side, it's just 6 cents out of the money. It's good when you have those strangle or straddles, lottos, then you open in the money right away. They've definitely our pick there. I mean, we could have made this pick much obvious than that. And in that case, yeah, we would have been rewarded because our good friend FCX, folks, the entire week we traded FCX. So we wanted something different on here. But FCX is opening at 17.18. So it closed yesterday at 16.80. That's the price range in terms of your education, right? So this is a trade that I think some of you, I can't think of Mr. B who has mastered this. I'm not sure. Hopefully, Mr. B, you had your stronghold set up on FCX. So a price, those small stock, let's say small stock in price, let's say in the range of $10, $11 to $18. So when a stock closes at like 16.80, you are 20 cents, meaning about 1%, 2% from being in the money for 17. So you definitely, that's your invitation to set up either a straddle for 17, call 17 puts, or you go do which that we did yesterday on our Halliburton is our lot, not that we are hiding it. So we took the 12.5 puts and the 13 call. So right now it's opening in pre-market, is trading at 12.90, 94, 95, whatever. AMG again for October 20th. Yes, the October 20th, Mr. Beto, is that if the setup happens to be bearish during the middle of the session, meaning after 1 hour, 2 hours, the chart for AMGN looked exactly like the one yesterday, right? Meaning that we want to take advantage of, if they have a setup like this, of that downward movement, because the expiration on today, theta is going to be going against us. But let's say on the one for next week, we don't have to worry about theta, because if the setup is similar to this one, that will just be money coming in early into that position. And because that will be, look at the daily chart of this stock. So maybe we took that other time frame here. This is the hourly, right? So look where we are right now. So if, let's say, this thing start trading below 238, below the lower Bollinger, oh yeah, my friend, it's anybody guess. Then in my case, I'm just saying, hey, we anticipate that, use that bearish momentum by trading the 200 puts, because they're going to be the cheapest one. And we know we don't need to be in the money to make money. On that, we wish everybody a great trading session. Have a great weekend, everybody. We shall reconvene on Monday, God willing. Thank you. Bye-bye.